no, 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 bow, 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 bow. That awesome music. So I saw Godzilla vs. Kong yesterday on HBO Max. Epic! Pure epicness. And the good news is, one movie theater is opening here, so I'll be able to see the movie on the big screen. Yes! Oh yeah, heads up that I'll be spoiling the movie. So if you haven't seen the movie yet, go watch it! It's a hell of a great night. Just got out of the movies. Saw Godzilla vs. Kong. It wasn't as packed. I think a lot of people that, bought tickets forgot to show up. What the hell? Woo! Motorcycles all around. When they say this is meant for the big screen, it definitely is. Anyway, where to begin? This movie feels more like a sequel to Kong Skull Island, and it feels like Godzilla is a guest star. Only shows up when he's supposed to. Yeah, what many are saying about the human stuff in this, I agree. A lot of it's weak. Especially with Kyle Chandler and Millie Bobby Brown's characters. Mark Russell and Madison Russell. They feel wasted in this. What's going on? I like both those characters in Godzilla King of the Monsters, so it's a shame they couldn't give them more in this one. I found it funny when Madison was with her nerdy friend and they traveled to find the podcaster guy Bernie. And as they get him to travel to Apex so they can uncover the secret going on there. Mega Godzilla. I'll get back to Mega Godzilla in a bit though. But I want to go back and talk about the opening scene of the movie with Kong in Monarch containment on Skull Island, where it looks like Kong is happy, enjoying it there. And the song playing, the Bobby Vinton song, over the mountains and I'm forgetting the words. But thanks to this movie, I want to hear this song on repeat, man. I just got back and I'm taking one last look at the ticket before I send it off in the trash can. Or I could keep it for memorabilia. I don't really keep tickets. I could. I really enjoy the connection between Kong and the girl Gia when they were communicating with each other through sign language. It was a pretty neat idea there. And the actress that plays Gia, this is her first role ever, and she does an amazing job. Part of the story of the movie that I found interesting was the plan of getting Kong to Antarctica to get him to the Hollow Earth. Meanwhile, Godzilla is on the move. He's causing destruction along the way, and he's very angry. And why? Because, correct me if I'm wrong, it's a connection to Mechagodzilla with the skull of Ghidorah and the energy in that. So as that's calling Godzilla, he can hear it, and he needs to take out the threat. But as Kong is right there, and then Godzilla just battles him in the way, in between, right? When they made Godzilla look like the bad guy in this movie, it reminded me of old school Godzilla films, like the very first 1954 Gojira. He's a walking force of destruction. He's unstoppable. And another good example being the most recent Shin Gojira. Yes. I was just geeking out all over. What I said before about this movie feeling like more of a sequel to Kong Skull Island and Godzilla feeling like a guest star in this movie. Well, obviously the big G still has a big role in this. Some of the music in this movie is hit and miss for me. Like, some of it would be really exciting and builds up with energy, like the fight scenes and the music that plays during Kong in Hollow Earth. I love how some of that music feels like an 80s vibe. And then there will be times where the music's just meh. But there is a lot to appreciate. And part of the score that's really grown on me is Godzilla's theme. Bow, 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 bow. The part with Kong in Hollow Earth when he gets the axe and sits on the throne. Damn, the music, the feel. And I'll say that Hollow Earth looked visually amazing. I wish a little more time could have been spent down there. And can you imagine if Godzilla was fighting Kong down there? How amazing would that be, right? And that crazy part when Godzilla fired up his atomic breath and went straight down into the ground, into the earth, to get to Hollow Earth there. And now to talk a little bit about the fights between Kong and Godzilla. Adam Wingard has done an outstanding job here. The camera work alone just looks stunning. Visually stunning. From round 1 taking place in the ocean, and then round 2 taking place in Hong Kong, and then the whole finale fights starting with Mechagodzilla, and then Kong, Mechagodzilla, and Godzilla. Some of my favorite highlights from round 1 of the fight when Kong pulls the first punch into Godzilla, and when they're pushing into each other, hitting into each other. And then the moment when Godzilla is under the sea and you see the blue light of his atomic breath building up. And then Kong jumps off quickly off the carrier. Slow motion. And some of the underwater shots with Godzilla and Kong going at each other. Wow. Some of the highlights from round 2 of the fight when it's in Hong Kong and Kong gets up out of the Hollow Earth to meet Godzilla there. When they go at each other, the blend of colors in the city, just, wow, looks amazing. And just to think that people are getting killed off from these 2 giant monsters battling each other. All the many punches and falling into buildings back and forth. Moments where Godzilla is trying to use his fire breath and Kong blocks the fire with the axe, or Kong hopping around from one building to another to escape Godzilla's fiery breath as it follows through the buildings and destroying everything. When Kong holds up the axe to block the atomic breath, jumping right into Godzilla. And then because of the impact, they fly backwards. Ow! Hit my damn hand. When Godzilla has Kong pinned down on the ground with his foot, trying to get Kong to submit to him, and the roar. So when Kong is dead for the moment, and Mechagodzilla arises from Apex. Controlled by Dr. Serizawa's son, Rin Serizawa, who's another character I wish would have been given more to. And that other guy, the bad guy of the film, that's teamed with Rin Serizawa, I forgot his name. He's not really the best villain. And he says it was all him. He takes the full responsibility. Some of that powerful energy from Hollow Earth that was downloaded into Mechagodzilla, and it causes some electrical problem when Rin Serizawa gets electrocuted and Ghidorah's skull takes over Mechagodzilla completely. I dig the updated design of Mechagodzilla for this movie. I'm a big fan of the original design from the 70s, but this updated design here looks badass. So I'm going to try and keep it short and simple as I can with talking about the final act of this movie without saying way too much. With Mechagodzilla getting out of Apex, free loose in the city, he beats Godzilla's ass first. It's an intense fight, Whoa, poor Godzilla, man. And once Kong is brought back to life with some electricity by Alexander Skarsgård, saying his name right, Skarsgård, yeah. And then Kong joins in on the fight to help Godzilla battle Mechagodzilla, and all of this is just bittersweet. Oh, it's all so badass. And the awesome moment after the fight with Godzilla about to go off into the sea, but him and Kong look at each other, Godzilla lets out a roar, and correct me if I'm wrong, but it's a sign of respect, I believe, between the two now. So, and then there's the ending with Kong back in Hollow Earth. Wow. It could set up for a sequel. Kong coming back. If they decide to make more movies in the MonsterVerse, which would be stupid of them not to do. All in all, Godzilla vs. Kong is one hell of an entertaining time. Has its flaws for sure, like any other film. But damn epic! If I had to rate it on a scale of 1 to 10, I would rate it an 8. And this gets me more excited for future MonsterVerse films if they continue. Warner Brothers, Legendary, jump on it. And gets me more excited for the future of Toho Godzilla films, what they have in plan. Being a fan of monster films is so much fun.
Now, I know I didn't talk about everything or cover everything in the review, but there's one thing I wanted to bring up. Who is the winner, in my opinion? Well, it's obviously clear. Godzilla, that's who. Nah, bullshit, it's Kong.